Welcome to Yoga for Athletes. I'm Alicia. Today's practice is going to be geared around the traps, the neck, and the shoulders. We're going to use a lacrosse ball or something similar and a strap. It doesn't have to be too long, so if you don't have one, you could use a tea towel or a long sock or something of that nature. We'll set them aside for now. Maybe pause and go get them if you need to. And then we'll begin. So close your eyes. Rest your hands on your knees. Take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine. Exhale to sigh it all out. Begin to drop into your body. Letting go of what has happened today so far. Let go of what is going to come. Be here now. Begin to lengthen your inhales and your exhales equally and see if you can drop within every single breath. Taking the time and the space to breathe, knowing that this time and space is just for you, just for your practice. And there's nowhere else to go, no one to look after, just you. Let some light come into your eyes. And we'll begin. Take a deep breath in and lengthen your spine. As you exhale, drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Lengthening out the right side of your neck, then begin to just slowly dip your chin towards your chest, rolling as slow as you can. And once the chin is all the way down towards the chest, just completely let go of the muscles in the neck, in the upper back. Let the head be heavy so it can kind of pull some length through the back body. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, drop the right ear towards the right shoulder, lengthening the left side. And very, very slowly rolling your chin down towards your chest. Notice all the sensation that happens along the way. Release your forehead down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Now clasp your hands behind your back and pull them over towards your left waist crease. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left ear towards the left shoulder. So now we can really have some length in the right side of the neck and begin to nod your head down towards your chest and then up, raising gaze towards the sky, and just explore in that area the kind of sensation and tension that pops up in the side of your neck. Maybe pause and take a breath into any place along the way that just needs more attention. And lower your chin towards your chest all the way down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Move the hands over towards the right side. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, drop right ear to right shoulder. And begin that exploration, navigation, looking up and down. That yes type motion along the side of the neck. You might notice one side feels a lot less sticky than the other side. It's just something to observe. On your next exhale, roll the chin all the way to the chest. Release everything. Good, and release your hands. Bring the legs apart, nice and wide. Flex the toes high and roll them up towards the sky. Open the arms to the side, take a deep breath in, and then exhale the biggest bear hug. Give yourself that hug. Tug down the shoulders gently. Take a deep breath into your upper back and let it go. Keeping the elbows crossed, bring the palms together to meet in the eagle bind. If it's impossible, maybe the backs of the hands can touch, and that's pretty good too. Inhale, lift your hands. Exhale, hinge your hips and bow forward. And then maybe down here, you might like to sway a little bit side to side, so you can bend more into either thigh And you might find that you have less mobility here maybe than I do, so you might be more up here. And just move in a way that feels nice, and let the focus be to open up the back of the shoulders into the traps. Good. Inhale, unravel. Exhale, cross your arms the other way. So left elbow on top. Inhale, a big breath into the back space. And let it go. Keeping the elbows stacked, bring the palms to meet, or backs of the hands to touch. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, bow forward. And a little sway side to side, if it feels appropriate in your body. If this is causing some kind of sciatica or pain or pinching, try to stay still here. Good. Inhale, rise up. Unravel the hands. We're going to come onto hands and knees now, the tabletop position. Shoulders on top of your wrists and hips on top of your knees. Inhale, sink down the belly, raise your gaze, raise your tailbone, drag the palms back actively on the floor to find that deeper opening in the upper spine. Then exhale, press away the floor. Look towards your belly button and really widen the space between the shoulder blades by pressing into the floor really hard. And then move through these cat-cow cycles just a few times with your own breath, with your own pace. You can pause anywhere along the way if you feel like you just want to send an extra breath into a certain place. Good. Returning back to neutral spine. Flip the hands around. If it's impossible, move the hands back. That'll give you a lot more space to work with there. As you inhale, sink down the belly, raising the gaze and your sit bones. And then exhale, press away the floor. Cat-cow again with the hands in a different position. So just feeling the difference here. And then when you press away the floor, notice how it feels in the traps. Good. Return back to neutral spine. Bring the hands around. On an inhale, sweep the right hand all the way high. Exhale, tap your left shoulder blade. Once again, inhale, reach out, keep the hips level. So dragging them back towards the left, and then lower right shoulder down to the earth. Stack the left shoulder on top of the right. You can do this by pressing your left fingers into the floor and like really pressing in so that you're finding this bone stacking. Stretch the right hand away from your face as much as you can, then drag the right hip over towards the right so the hips are staying level and the twist is more in the upper back. Deep breaths here. Plant the left hand eye level. Inhale, unravel that. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, sweep your left hand high. Try to keep the hips nice and stable. Exhale, tap the right shoulder blade, twisting under. Inhale, open. Exhale, left shoulder to the earth. Stack the right shoulder on top of the left. You're going to spider the right fingers in the floor. Actively press the left hand into the floor. So the top of the hand is down and you're really pressing it in. And then drag the hips over towards the left. If you don't apply some sort of strength into this posture, you won't get much out of it. You can come into it passively and you'll have a nice little twist. You might feel enough sensation, but unless you do a little bit of work, you're not going to get the maximum amount of benefit. Plant the right hand down. Inhale, unravel left hand. Reach up. Exhale, place it back down. Step the feet back. Come into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, rise up on the toes. Exhale, walk them between your hands at the top of the mat. So coming into a forward fold, bent knees, opposite elbow grabs. Release the head, just let it hang. Give yourself a little sway side to side. Release your hands to the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine really, really long. Exhale, plant the hands down, step your feet back, downward dog, and then lower your knees to the floor, child's pose. So knees apart, big toes together, crawl the hands out. Really lengthening through both side waists. Maybe press the fingers into the floor so you can feel the stretch under the armpits. Deep breath there. Then walk the hands over towards the left side of your mat. Trap down the left hand with the right. Take a deep breath into the right side body. And then keep the right elbow where it is, but bend it. Support your head and your hand. And either spider the left fingers into the floor, so stacking the left shoulder on the right again, or reach the left hand high. And then drag the right elbow back towards your right knee. So you're kind of applying some pressure down and back, but without actually moving the elbow. Deep breath there. Good, release your left hand back down to the floor. Walk your hands over to the right side. Trap down right hand with the left and take one deep breath here. Then bend the left elbow to support your head. Press the fingertips in the floor, stack right shoulder on the left. And maybe if you need more, reach up the right hand, but keep that active dragging action happening with the elbow. Coming back towards you so you can get right up into the lats. One more breath here. Place the right hand down. Bring your hands back through center. Tuck under your toes, take downward facing dog. Pedal the heels a couple of times here. Just stretching through the calves, maybe into the hamstrings. Splay the fingers wide and grip them into the floor so you have a nice firm connection there. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, drop them down to the right so the feet come into a parallel line across the back of your mat. Now press the left hand into the floor hard and start to drag the palm back towards you. So we're accessing the muscles on the left side body into the armpit, the lats. And if you need a little bit more, you can bend the knees and stick your bum out behind you and keep dragging that back. So it's kind of up to you how much you want to feel this. It takes a little bit of work. Deep breaths. Good. Inhale, come back through center, up on the toes. Exhale, drop the heels to the left this time. And then same thing. Right hand starts to drag back towards you, but without actually moving it. You can bend the knees. You can push your bum out to the side. Deep breaths. Good. Inhale, rise up on the toes. Exhale, walk the feet towards the hands. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. You don't have to have straight legs here. And then step the feet apart. So the toes are going to come out, the knees are going to come out, and they're not quite a leg's length apart, just maybe a little bit wider than your hips. Bring your hands on top of your thighs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, drop the right shoulder down and gaze over the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, dip the left and gaze over the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, the middle. One more time. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Good. And now taking hold of your strap. If you, for some reason, don't have one, that's okay. You can simply clasp your hands behind your back, widen the feet apart a little bit more. You're going to take the strap behind you and bring the palms so that they are facing forwards. Take a deep breath in, lengthen. As you exhale, bow and let the hands fall over top of the head. So you can see here, this posture is pretty typical in a yoga class. You might have the hands clasped together. You might bring the hands closer together. But I think that when the shoulders are really tight and the chest is really tight, this is a lot more beneficial for people with a lot of strength up top. When we can have the hands out like this and we can let the hands just kind of hang out in space. And I'm wondering, are you feeling it more in the hamstrings because of the fold, or in the chest and the shoulders because of this arm variation? One more deep breath here. Let the head be so heavy, like release through the neck. Don't do work when you don't have to. Good, inhale. Pick you all the way back up. Release the strap, take a soft bend in the knees. And then you'll walk your hands all the way back to the top of the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Good. From downward dog, lower the elbows down. You can do one at a time or both. And then start to press your chest backwards towards your thighs. From here, keeping the legs straight if you can, you're gonna walk the toes in and keep pressing your chest back. So this is a lot of work. If you worked out today, I'm sorry. I think I say that in like every video. I mean it. You can even bend the knees here if the hamstrings are feeling pretty tight and you feel like your shoulders have a little bit more to give here. So bend the knees and keep pressing your chest through towards your thighs. This is the dolphin dog. One more breath here. Good, and then step the feet back into plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Bring the hands under the shoulders. We'll have a cobra. Inhale, rise up. Start to drag the palms back towards you so you can open the spine a little bit more. Open the chest. Exhale, lower down. Good. Bring the elbows underneath of the shoulders. Plant the hands and really roll the pubic bone in towards the floor. Start to drag yourself back. And by back, I mean the palms come back, your chest comes forward. Now we're gonna try a variation here of cat-cow. So with the Sphinx formation, press the floor away, round through the upper back. And then inhale, pull your chest through. Exhale, push it away. Inhale, drag it through. Exhale, press. Inhale. Exhale, chin tucks. Inhale, gaze lifts. And rest. Good. Bring the left arm out to the side, level with the shoulder, and then bend it so it's in a cactus shape. Press the right fingers into the floor, and you're gonna roll into the left side of your body, maybe stepping the right leg all the way over. Just like that. So if this one becomes really, really intense and it's super uncomfortable, you can just keep the arms straight, and that might be a little bit less. I know if you've done a lot of push-ups or dips and things like that, this one kind of hurts. It's kind of too much sometimes. But soft breaths here. Just really softening into the area rather than forcing yourself deeper into the pose. See if you can relax into this one. And roll onto your belly. And then we'll do the other side. The right arm extends, level with the shoulder, then it bends into the cactus shape. Pressing left fingers into the floor, step the left leg over the right. And relax into that one. Good, release, roll onto your belly. Spider your fingers to both sides of the mat. So the closer together they are, the more intense it's gonna be. The farther apart, the least intense. If your hands are tired, of course you can be on flat palms. I just like it higher. As you inhale, press up, King Cobra, and then that same twist variation. Exhale, drop the right shoulder down and gaze over the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop the left, gaze over the right. Inhale through the middle. Exhale, dipping left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale here. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower down all the way. All right, support yourself onto the left elbow and then scoop the right arm all the way underneath. Then you're gonna scoop the left arm in front of that one, making this X shape with your arms, and then maneuver yourself forward with your toes. So it gets really, really tight, and more of your weight comes on top of that X shape in the arms. Take some good breaths here. And see if you can release the muscles in the deltoids, in the traps. You can let the head be heavy, you can let the forehead melt to the earth. Inhale, lift your gaze. Bring the left elbow back just to support. And then the right arm is gonna scoop right in front, and the left arm wiggles up underneath of the right armpit. So the X is just the other way now. You can press yourself forward again, bringing more weight on top, using the toes to move around there. And release your forehead. Just be restful. And start to wiggle yourself all the way out of that one. Press yourself up, downward facing dog. Good. So for some of you, you might need to take a shorter stance for this one. We're gonna reach the right hand towards the left ankle. And it might be like your left thigh, your left knee, all the way down, maybe left ankle if you can reach it. And then start to turn yourself underneath. So your gaze goes under the left armpit towards the sky. And breathe deeply here into the back. Good, release the right hand back. The left hand scoops for the right leg or ankle, and turn yourself under so you can kind of use your back hand, like your left hand, to pull you deeper into the posture. Good, release your left hand down. Come onto your knees and get your lacrosse ball. So for this one, we're gonna be laying down, and I'll just show you before we get into it. You're going to have the ball just on the really meaty part of the trap. So usually like the place where somebody would give you a massage, just like up here, and you'll know it because it feels good. So the ball will go there, and lay down. Lay down right on top of it, and you might take a moment just to like move around it and figure out exactly where it is you want it to go. You can extend the legs down or keep them bent, and I find that when they're bent, there's actually a little bit more weight, more pressure onto the back body, which can be either good or bad for you. And if it's way too intense, like 100% pain level, use a pillow, use something under your head, like a yoga block or a little cushion or something, because that'll take a lot of the pressure off too. And for this kind of work, we don't want 100%, we want the 50 to 70%, because then the body will relax and be receptive to what we're trying to get it to do. It will feel safe. All right. So pretending that you are the river sinking around the stone, peacefully just melting your body around your lacrosse ball. And then we're going to move a little bit with this, reaching the right arm all the way up and all the way down. Inhale to lift it. Exhale to lower. Okay, we want to move slow here. We want to feel this. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it down. Bring the right arm to the side. So you exhale, reach across your body. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach. Inhale, open it. Exhale across. Inhale, open. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, sweep it up like a snow angel. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, take it down. And just take a couple of breaths here, moving around on the ball. So just taking it into a different position, maybe letting your weight sit on top of it for a couple of minutes, just in that kind of knot that you might find, or really intense place of pain pocket. Good, and then we'll switch it to the other side. So bringing it to the nice, meaty, big muscle part of the left trap. You might find that one is a lot more tight than the other. I think that's pretty common. It's just something to be aware of. So if you're working on this on your own sometimes it's nice to just spend more time on the part that's worse. Today we're gonna keep it equal though, because I don't know that about you. So letting your body sink nice into the stillness around the ball, just relaxing, releasing. And then reach your arm all the way up overhead and all the way down as you exhale. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale, arm to the side. Exhale, reach it across your body. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach, like a hug, like a half hug. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug yourself. Inhale, open. And exhale, arm down. Inhale, sweep your arm up like the snow angel. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up one more time. Exhale, lower. And then take a few breaths here, just moving the ball around, finding the best place for it to go. Those little pockets of pain, places of tightness, knots. Usually it's the place that feels the worst. The work we're avoiding is the work we need. And then release the ball. Take it out. Pull your knees in towards your chest and give yourself the biggest hug. Then roll your forehead in towards your knees and try to be the tightest little package that you can be. Take a breath. Lower your knee or your feet to the sides of the mat, hands splayed to the side. Let the knees fall to one side and then the other, like windshield wipers. And then extend the legs down. Finding your shavasana, your resting time. Letting the muscles and the bones sink into earth. Letting go of the practice. Letting go of your breath. And just allowing yourself some presence. Letting yourself be in the state of being rather than doing. And stay here and rest as long as you like. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.